The boys had a late night, not a bad one, but a late night. Me and Deuce had a late night. Instead of going to bed, we ended up laying in bed talking. And then Howard's got to lay, and he wants to make that phone call about that job this morning, so I stayed up. And then I'll crash after that because the boys were up late too. They'll sleep half the day.
Come on, boy, cheese over there, bro.
I got you. Good morning. I was talking to the live phone.
Oh,
Good morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? Hello, 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 hello. I'm waiting on somebody to speak. Good morning, good morning. I got two. Good morning, Miss Aletta. How are you this morning? Greetings from Texas. I love me some Tennessee. Are you in the mountains? Welcome to Double Deuces, and it's a freedom channel. Um, we're freedom warriors. We're all about our Constitution, and welcome to the chat. Mid Tennessee, north of Nashville, near Kentucky and Tennessee border. Then you have some mountains, don't you? Yeah, that's what we are. I'm a patriot. Um, have you ever heard of the 1776 Restoration Movement and the convoy that came through across the country? I'm affiliated with that group, and we are going to keep trudging on and keep trying to make a difference in the world as we see it. I myself am really concentrated on the kids. Um, we must re educate the uneducated. We have to do this. Um, Elena Bryant says, yes, Father, been since the beginning. I've watched Freedom Corner every day. Okay, well, I'm just not familiar with your name. That's awesome. I'm so glad to have another Patriot in here. Good morning, sub to the channel. Um, have you heard of the mod Uncle Deuce? He mods for Glory Be Freedom. And can you hear me okay? Because I'm sitting a pretty good way away from my phone. So I just wanted to make sure you're not having a problem hearing me. If you'll hit that thumbs up button, it'll help me a lot. Right now, my chat's not used to me going live this early. So it'll take them a minute to get in here if any of them is awake. But me and you can sit here and talk till they pile in here, and then you can just blend in with everybody else. Up, I got three. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Who's in here? Okay, that's awesome to know. Thank you. Figured you guys could watch the pretty sunrise with me. The letter says, I'm up at 5 every morning. Wow. I don't get up. I'm normally not up this early. But I actually have not been to bed. I haven't been to bed because we had an interesting night, and my boyfriend and I were up late talking, and the kids stayed up late because they were doing this and that, and everybody pretty much conked out about an hour and a half ago. So I have to. My boyfriend has got an appointment this morning, so rather than go to bed and feel like crud, I stayed up so I could make sure he's up, and then I'll crash out then. Or I may not. I feel pretty good to be up all night. I do. And the weather is absolutely gorgeous out here as the sun comes up. So, Carrie's Musings, good morning. Good morning, my friend. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Da, 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 da. Good morning. And Miss Aletta, you're probably not as familiar with my lives. So if you see my flag like bump into your screen, it's because I literally have got my phone mounted right beside it. And we're just going to enjoy it this morning. Um, a completely different view, a completely different me. Carrie can tell you I'm not one to be up this hour of the morning doing sunrises, but I have to be up this morning, so I might as well enjoy the beauty of nature. Mr. Carey, are you up having coffee this morning? Yep. Well, no coffee for me this morning, although this would be the perfect time to drink it if you're going to drink it. Hey, Joe. The letter says, alarm sounds at 4:15. Hubby leaves for work, and I jump on to work. I love the sunrise, beginning of a new day God has graced us with. That is absolutely fact. Been watching Aruba. She got to work. Oh, she did. That's good. Aruba's like an hour ahead of me. Of course, as y'all already know that. I've been on my phone with my dad already this morning, chit chatting. He got off the phone to take the dogs out so they could do their morning running. And like I said, I don't get a chance to do a sunrise with y'all very often, so I thought I'd take advantage of it this morning and go live and let y'all just chill. Um, so it's okay with me if it's just you and Aletta, Mr. Gary, or as I think, you better get out of my flower pot, Miss Lady. No, crazy cat. So, yeah, just enjoying the sunrise this morning, enjoying the cool weather. It feels good outside this morning. Get out of my flowers. Crazy cat. Oh, I'm glad to know Aruba made it safely to work. Mr. Carey, have you heard anything from or about, well, I guess from and about a cover? Have you heard anything about or concerning Jay Jones and how he's doing? Have you guys seen him live? A lot of traffic to be so early in the morning on this road this morning. A lot of traffic. Everybody going to and fro, going to work. Carrie says doing good. Was on the chat last night. That's awesome. That's awesome. Miss Aletta, do you have the day off? Do you have to work? Are you retired? And if so, do you have plans for this beautiful day? We trying to get ready for July the 4th around here. That's fixing to be what's happening. Deuce talks like we gonna have a day that people's gonna be out and about, and we gonna see people we ain't never seen before on the block come out and just completely let their hair down and enjoy the 4th of July, which is awesomely cool to know. Um, uh, I bet this is the coolest it's gonna be all day today. I don't know exactly what the temperature is out here, but it feels good. There's a light breeze. And this guy had talked about getting the boys out and making them clean the garage out today. We might do it, we might not. It's going to depend on how hot it gets for sure. I am not in the mood for no really hot day, but this is Texas. I talk to my dad every morning. My dad tells me every single morning, I check the weather up there and see what you guys are dealing with. I check it every day. I keep up with what's going on up there. All right. So I'm glad to hear that Jay's doing good. Oh, I got three who popped in here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Mm. Carrie, let me know if you see our friend go up. Our buddy that does Red Cactus. Let me know if you see a prompt from her because I enjoy her chats in the mornings. I'll go in there and troll her. You know how that goes. She normally goes live after Aruba goes down. I'm surprised she ain't already live. Yeah, she goes on after 8. Yeah, well, that's true. Even, well, I don't know. I don't know what time zone she's in, but it's 6:21 a.m. here. It's 6:21 here in Texas right now. So must be a troll in chat instead of a person because they ain't spoke. Uh, 4th of July. Carrie, do you have plans for 4th of July? What about you, Miss Aletta? Do y'all have plans for the 4th? I don't think most of my chat is early birds. It's real quiet this morning. Let me see how many likes I got. I should have 3, 4. I have 2. Carrie says none. Probably not. You're probably right. Everybody is, and me, I would normally be in bed too. But I have to wake Deuce up this morning, so we had a really late night. Me and him ended up talking half the night, and then the kids were up with us, so they didn't go to bed until like an hour ago. Yep, God bless the USA. That's right, Miss Aletta. That is absolutely correct. If you look through some of my shorts to acquaint you a little bit with my channel, I am a nature lover and I take pictures and stuff like that. And I've got a lot of like mixed up videos. Some of them are insects and butterflies and snakes and crazy dogs, and then some of them are patriotic flags and views of my yard because my neighbor is like also a patriot, so and he's retired army, and so we believe in God and country around here and flags. I am teaching the pledge to my granddaughter. That's awesome, and that's why I think that a patriot will never die. As long as we keep like reinforcing the belief through the generations, I think the patriots will live and their legacy will live. Um, do not get it confused. The establishment and the education system and everyone and everything is trying really hard to make sure that our children do not have a clue about freedom, about the fact that we live in a republic, not a democracy. They are being groomed to be pedophiles, and well, I won't say pedophiles, that's a strong word. They're being groomed to be transgender kids and to be more accepting of that lifestyle. And it's pretty much being pushed on them everywhere. Aletta said, I would rather be outside than in. Me too. Me too. I like being outside. I am a nature lover. I take a lot of nature pictures. And because my channel is up and coming and I'm trying to get my numbers up, I do a lot of variety. I also am just starting to get started on some flower pots. If you'll go to my community section of my page, you'll see my first 2 that I'm actually trying to sell. Everything goes to helping the channel. I'm not monetized at this time, and I may not ever become monetized. And God gives us so much beauty each and every day. It is up to us whether we appreciate it or take the time to even notice and appreciate it. Um, some of the most wonderful sights you'll ever see is a sunrise or a sunset in the morning and in the afternoon, or the sun setting over a lake and you catch it just right at just the right time. Um, I first visited Tennessee in high school, which would have been about 1992. The year I graduated, I was in a class called Outdoor Education, and we went backpacking 7 miles in the North Georgia mountains, and we camped in the North Georgia mountains for 3 days. We went whitewater rafting in Ocoee, Tennessee, and so the first time I went to the mountains is when I was a child, and I was born and raised in Georgia, by the way, so we were neighbors. I'm a Georgia girl through and through, and I probably always will be, to be honest with you. I love nothing better than Georgia sweet tea and Georgia peaches. So I miss home sometimes. My dad still lives in Middle Georgia on Lake Sinclair, and one day I'm moving y'all around trying to get y'all the best footage of the sun coming up. But my dad still lives in a small town called Eatonton, Georgia, on Lake Sinclair, and I grew up there my entire life in the summertime. And so the mountains and Tennessee and Georgia is my dream has always been to move to Tennessee, and when I die, I want them to take my ashes and just let them loose on the highest peak and let me fly. I don't want to be buried in the ground. I want to be surrounded by the very things that inspired me my whole life. That's what makes me a good photographer, because I can see beauty where most people don't stop and even look, you know? Like my phone is not doing this sunrise justice either, because if it were, you guys could see the orange in the sky, and it's not. Let me, well, it might be my phone too. Let me check something real quick too while I'm at it. There you go. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Already rose here. Oh, well, hadn't yet here. It's coming up though. It's most definitely coming up, and it's got a pretty little orange hue in the sky. And we'll see what happens. Maybe you guys will get a good shot this morning. At least it's something different, huh, Carrie? I don't get up this time of morning and go by very often, but this morning is a good morning for it. And it feels heavenly outside. I'm so thankful for the beautiful and nice, cool weather that we're having right this minute. Thank you, Lord, for the blessing of cool weather. Yeah, I do, Miss Aletta, I do sittings for people, and I take like family pictures, but I always take my people outside. Take them down to the lake and put them on the bridge and take pictures of them all, you know, with the beautiful water in the background and stuff, or things of that nature. Just absolutely beautiful. There's so much about the United States that is just gorgeous, and people will just, I don't know, people don't take time to look anymore. Instead, they want to be in a hurry. I've always said, what is the point in living your whole life and all you do is frugally save money your entire life, but you never live your life? And then you wind up in your older years alone and by yourself. So, what's the point in having all of that if you have no one to share it with? Aletta says, we have a pond just off the back porch. Last night we watched the owl prowl around. I bet that's interesting. You should get some good shots of it. Owls are beautiful animals. You really, there's so much about nature that's so beautiful. People just don't, like I said, they just don't stop and enjoy it. Um, it's not every day that you get to come outside and watch. You may be in Tennessee and Carrie, I think, is in Florida, and it don't really matter where you are, but this morning you get to see a Texas sunrise. And if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't have that option. Good morning. Y'all doing all right? This is the best time of the day to walk. Yeah, you can live a whole life but never really live. You know, you can exist every day but never really live every day. And the people that are around you and the people that you love and that love you, they would much prefer that you take your time with them than anything else you could give them. It's not about the money that you could leave behind. It's about the memories that you leave behind, whether good or bad. Oh, Aletta, I would love to see the baby deer. And I tell you something else. Do you have a channel? Do you post videos to your channel? Let's take a look. Nope, nothing. Okay. But you've been with YouTube since November the 11th of 2020. November the 15th is my birthday. Good morning. We've gained one. Good morning. Good morning. And my father also, when he moved up to the lake and started living out there, deer are always in his backyard. But every summer, he was having problems with the deer eating his garden. So he started laying out corn. And it's nothing for me to go out and see. As a matter of fact, I have a few videos when my father had surgery and I went home. I know there's one recent one on there of a deer running off that had an incredibly huge tail, like the biggest deer tail I've ever seen, ever. And I was just like, wow. Y'all supposed to get to see the sunrise. It's coming. It's just about to tip over the trees. So, Miss Aletta, what is your favorite thing about Tennessee? Oh, wow. Are you on Facebook, Miss Aletta? Because if so, we could always link up on Facebook. I would love to follow your pictures and see what you post. If that would be okay, I'll tell you how to find me. Who's number 4 in chat? Who's number 4? And if you're here, you see the sun is just now coming up. And if you're in here, please hit the like button. I'd appreciate it very much. I don't know what today holds, but maybe we'll have a box to open up. And if not, we'll see. Isn't that something? The camera doesn't do the sunrise justice. I can just see it between the trees. And I see all of the light, the sub rays coming off of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, the phone doesn't do it justice. Neither one of them, the one that I'm watching or the one that's actually videotaping the whole thing. But yeah, so begins another day. A fresh start, a chance to make a difference, a chance to do something totally random and cool. Right now I'm blind from looking at the sun. Hold on one second. I see the new chat, but I can't read it yet. Oh, really? You don't go on Facebook much? I'm an in girl at heart. That is where most of my, oh, an Indiana girl. Okay. At heart, most of my family is. I'm one of 12. I like that Tennessee has seasonal changes, sometimes all in a week. Haha. And I'll tell you something, you've never seen nothing more breathtaking than the North Georgia mountains and the southern Tennessee mountains at the beginning of fall when everything starts changing colors. When everything starts changing colors, it is absolutely breathtaking to see. So our landscapes and the mountains and stuff like that, is that the only type of photography that you do, or do you also do individuals and people? Too bad we don't have no beautiful pinks and purples and stuff like usual around here this morning. But it's still a beautiful morning all the same. And my cat is attempting to cross the street on a busy highway. Come on, Chloe's. She made it. Ain't gonna stop in the middle of the street to scratch herself, y'all. We have a Walmart around the corner from our house. This is a busy road. Plus, we have a police department to the right. If you pulled out our driveway, you'd actually make a right. We have the fire department down there. We've got EMS down there. Needless to say, we always are watching first responders go by. I put a video up last night of a fire truck blaring by here. Sounded like he was bringing a daggum army with him, but then suddenly the ambulance, I think, either got redirected or whatever, but it was called off. It never come in front of the house, but the fire truck did, wide open. It's so funny. I just got my house to sleep, and I'm watching a new day. They're all sleeping to it. I mean, we stayed up so late last night, um, just being family. Okay, let's see. Just for personal viewing, I do take lots of pictures of my granddaughter. I plan to. I can't see the. I got it. Somebody's got the text. Put a message up there. I can't read it because on the bottom of my screen I got this little heart, and I can't. Ooh, I can't see. So give me a minute. Ah, the sun's popping up now. I'll tell you what. I don't know what I'm thinking. I see the Texas sunrise every morning, but what I can do is turn my chair around. You guys can watch the sunrise, and I can read that. Sometimes you got the beaver section. There we go. Now I can see. So you don't do it professionally. And see, I want to one day I want to take the perfect picture that's going to change everything. It's people don't realize it, but if you're a nature watcher and you like to take pictures of nature, you spend a lot of time sitting outside idly just being outside. Um, watching the birds, watching the squirrels, watching everything, and just waiting on the perfect moment and the perfect time. Sometimes it doesn't happen, and sometimes it does. Gary, you're awful quiet. You sitting back just listening. I'm gonna share. Oh shoot, never mind. I forgot. I took Facebook off my backup phone, so I can't ever share anything. Still have only 2 likes, but also, oh, I got 333 subs now though. That's cool. I gained two. I gained three overnight. What are you researching already? My dad told me. My dad told me this morning that on Fox News and also Tucker Carlson that it has been announced that they have indicted and arrested Hunter Biden. Oh, you're looking for something you have that you can't find. I got you. You must be boring. What makes you think you're boring? I must be boring. I've only got Now I've only got you and Miss Aletta. Everybody else, I must have had two trolls because they sure wasn't talking. Huh? Really? Like how many of you lost, my friend? And not only that, but maybe we could all get together and do something to help with that. And also, too, the next time you're in Aruba, I mean, well, I don't know about Aruba, but the next time you're in Red Cactus, um, talk to Fry TV about frying you, and it'll help. It'll help your numbers. Well, mine fluctuate too. I mean, yesterday I had, I think, 331. I went back a little bit later, and somebody had done something with me. I had 330. And then I checked the page this morning, and it said 333. Good morning, good morning to the two new people who just popped in. Um, now I'm at 333, which, again, I believe my shorts is what's doing that because the shorts are seen by such a wide audience. And that's another thing you can do, Carrie, is make shorts. Shorts is really good about getting you more subs. It's not really quick, but it will do it. You and I could schedule a couple of panels together too, and that might help. Was it 333 and now 322? Okay, you're making lots of shorts. All right. Hmm. Aletta says, I watch a lot of channels. Most of the time, I don't chat because I am working remotely, rarely watch TV. Keep up with the real truth, the chats and people's media. And that's the way to do it. And my boyfriend and I, he mods for Glory Be Freedom and Stormtrooper and Convoy Santa. And yeah, it's the same way. We don't watch TV. We don't have Wi Fi in the house or none of that. And we're raising our kids that way too. They don't particularly like it, but they don't really have a choice at this point either. We can we counteract with the school system and peers and games and all that stuff is trying to teach the kids because everything that surrounds our children is violent. Everything, whether it's the games they're playing on the systems, whether it's watching the gamers on YouTube, whether it's watching morning cartoons on TV, whether it doesn't matter what it is, it's all basically about violence. Um, Carrie says Tommy Temper goes above and beyond helping me. Tommy Temper's a good man. He dropped in my chat the other day too, so he might have a little bit to do with that, with my numbers going up. Hi, third, and good morning. Not normally at this time of the morning, but um, I'll go ahead and relay the situation. Me and Deuce, instead of going to bed like two civilized people last night, decided to spend half the night up talking. We let the boys run around the house because we were up, and it got to be 4:30. Me and Deuce were sitting out here smoking a cigarette. And he says, "I gotta lay down. I gotta lay down, but I gotta get up at 8 o'clock." And I said, "Well, I'll stay up and wake you up at 8 o'clock and let you do what you got to do, and then you can go back to sleep," which is exactly what'll happen if I can get him up at all. If not, he'll make his phone call at noon instead of 8 o'clock. Yep, it's been a long night, but you know what? I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. It's a beautiful morning outside. It's nice and cool. Um, I sat here and watched the sun come up, and the house is absolutely quiet. Nobody's moving around. And it's just me and my cat. We're sitting out here enjoying the sunrise. What are you up to this morning, Miss Stone? Um, Third, I don't know if you've been watching the weather, and you probably don't pay attention to Texas weather, but we have literally been having 103, 104, 105-degree days, and it feels so good to be outside and actually feel a breeze, and it feels comfortable. It's probably not going to stay this way long, but hey, um, it doesn't matter. Right now, it feels heavenly outside. Third says, I'm getting my car serviced this morning, so I'm sitting in the waiting room. I brought my work laptop and will be logging into work. Ouch, that's hot. My mom was telling me they were expecting it to hit 112 this past weekend. Yeah, they talk like it's supposed to get really hot. So on the 4th of July, we got to be real careful. Um, well, yeah, that's crazy because I was in Red Cactus's chat. I think it was yesterday morning, or no, it was when we were in Kelly's chat, Crafts with Kelly. And we were in there, and she was talking about that they are having, like, it was 100 and something here already. And Red Cactus said it was like mid 80s in the desert. You've always been taught your entire life that the desert will kill you. Well, they're having milder temperatures in Texas right now. Now that's wild. Third of its kind, have you been to the community section of Double Deuces page and seen my two freedom pots I made? Were you able to take a look at them? I think I'm fixed to start making terracotta pots and decorating them up and keeping them in a certain theme. Like, um, I'm fixing to do a Hot Wheels um, flower pot, and I'm fixing to do a ladybug one. Yeah, I thought they were pretty cool too. I'm hoping somebody will snag them. I've got them. They're for sale. They're $20 plus shipping, but they're handmade and hand painted and everything. And I did it on live stream, so all you got to do is go back and look. I mean, I literally did a live. So I won't say that it's a top notch like what am I thinking? Showcase job. It's not like that. But for the first time I've done crafts in probably 20 years, it's not bad. And it's been longer than that since I painted. So I'm fixing to really start working on getting some stuff together. And the chat is sending me boxes and stuff like that because craft supplies are not cheap, and I'm on a tight budget, so I have to be careful. But the chat's been real good about supporting us, and we don't have a lot, but when I got two Cash App blessings, I immediately went and bought some stuff to do more pots and to decorate them in different ways, and it was pretty fun, actually. You make up for it in other ways if you're not artistic. Some people are, some people are not. Um, I want to get better so that I can actually maybe use it to be like a supplemental income for me and Deuce. Um, and Terry says I can't do it because I'm all fun. Can't be that bad. Come on, y'all. Welcome to the Texas Sunrise. It is 6:55 Texas time. I gotta stay up at least another hour. Of course, the more pots I sell, the more craft stuff I can get. So that's what it all comes down to. I'm just trying something different, and it gives me something to do, and it's different and out of my niche. So there you go. Um, I've been throwing myself into the garden a lot because now that I've actually got my own sprinkler and I can water it on my side of the tree, my cucumbers are doing better. They're growing by leaps and bounds, and the garden overall looks really good. Aletta Bryant says, granddaughter just got up, so can't chat much. I got you. Kids are like that. I appreciate it. Did you sub to the channel, Miss Aletta? So we don't have a lot of early birds that's in our crew, obviously. Got over 10,000 views on my shorts. Keeping up with you all. I'm not doing quite as good, but I'm not doing too shabby. Um, I posted a video late last night of my neighbor's flag just a waving in the breeze with the moonlight right on top of it. It was just a very unusual chance to get something pretty. It wasn't something that's going to get me the Nobel Prize, but you know. You know, we support each other, we help each other. Good morning to the person who just came in. Good morning, good morning. But it's just like I said, we all have to support each other and help each other. Just look, you're doing good. More kid videos. No, I don't want no more kid videos. I do not like putting my kids in videos. The only reason I videotaped Aiden that day is because he was actually being punished, and I went old school on him, and I got a lot of backlash from that to the point that I turned the damn comments off on the video. It was driving me nuts, and I hid a lot of people from the channel because if you're gonna come in there and sit there and assume that you know everything about a situation and you don't get involved. If you don't agree with something, and then they accuse me of it being child abuse. Child abuse, man. What about damn parent abuse? How about that? How about parent abuse? They get the most, the ones with the kids. Oh, yeah. I opt out of that. I'm not studying it. My kids are aggravating. They are good looking kids and they're cute, but they're aggravating. If Christopher had a little bit more discipline, he could actually be part of the live stream a lot more. But as long as he keeps playing with it, Good morning, Jamie Crow. Thank you, ma'am. How are you doing, sweetheart? We have some beautiful sunrises. This one was kind of mundane to me. I was telling everybody, yeah, me too. Um, oh yeah, that's true too. It's true too. I get it. Oh, hold on, guys. I kept wondering what that noise was if my alarm was off. The one that I was supposed to wake this up to. Okay. If my audio went out for a minute, it's because my alarm was going off. But yeah, I'm fixing to get Harry. I don't know if you were live yesterday, but I did a box reveal, and Miss Nina sent me 4 containers. Excuse me, 4 containers of sidewalk chalk, and I haven't been able to do Freedom Kids because I've been preoccupied with other stuff. But family issues. My dad's been sick and stuff, and he's having surgery. Um, my mom passed away, and it's just been like a rough couple of months. But I may wind up doing it in the fall when it's cooler anyway, and I can be outside and actually enjoy it. Because Danny said this is very difficult to do for someone up every 2 hours ice and 6 hours. I don't know what. I have to wait Jamie to see the last part of that. Um, yeah, me and Deuce laid down one time last night. It was about 1:15, and I looked at Deuce and said, "I'm going to bed." And then we sat there and ended up talking, and then we started laughing at each other. And the next thing we knew, I looked at him and said, "I'm going out for a cigarette." And at 4:30 this morning, we were still awake. And I told him, I said, "Since you got to make a phone call," he said, "You go ahead." I told him, I said, "You go ahead and lay down and get you a nap." I said, "And I'll stay up and make sure you get up." So this is about a job. So y'all say a prayer today to maybe you can get him a job. That would be nice. Because we have sure struggled because of it. How is he feeling overall, Jamie? Is he still in a lot of pain? Well, is there anybody that could relieve you for a little while where you could get some sleep? Yeah, for real. Um, so um, we have 2 packages that I'm waiting on. Mr. Carey is in charge of one of them, which we have not got yet. And we're getting one from Tracy this week sometime. I think it's Saturday. So, and you know what? I really enjoy. I was saying it in the live stream yesterday. I really enjoy going live and then opening up everybody's boxes, even though most of the time I don't have them. But it's been really fun because I got Aruba's cactuses, Aruba. I got red cactuses, and then I got the sidewalk chalk, and she sent 2 Nerf guns for Chris and Aiden. And the first thing Aiden did was shoot me in my eye. Terry said I put the phone down at 9 p.m. 9:30 and woke up at 6:30. Haven't slept like that in a while. Jamie says lots of pain, different kind though. No one, no one to relieve me. I will handle. I will handle always. Right? You have. You'll push through. That's all there is to it. You're gonna push through. So, but yeah, I plan on staying. Oh, we got six. Good morning. Good morning. I'm planning on staying live for a few minutes and at least until it's getting close to time for you to wake me up. Because when it's time to wake Deuce up, he's either going to get up or because of the late hour last night, he'll call when he wakes up. And it's probably going to be the latter, knowing Deuce. But it really depends on how well he's sleeping. So we are going to be going live on the 4th of July. I was talking to Deuce about that last night, too. I told him we had to make sure to have everything charged up, all of the backup chargers, everything's got to be charged the night before because, or the day before. We've got to get everything ready because I'm going to start the live stream as soon as everybody starts doing their thing. And I'm going to make sure that I'm live through the fireworks show. No, although sometimes, Jamie, it feels that way. Sometimes you sit back and you're just like, how much more? How much more? How much more? Which they say to never answer that or ask that because then you get like multitudes after multitudes of issues. But me, I'm the little pessimist that's got to go. How much more? There we go. So I've been up all night too, Jamie, and it ain't gonna be very long before I go and crash for a while. The boys were up really late, so they'll sleep in too. There you go. Um, but other than that, it's been a real quiet morning, and you better get out of my pet, Chica. Chloe's, where are you going? Chloe's. She's like, if I wanted you to know, I wouldn't just walk off. I talk to that cat like she's a person. But the cool thing is people say that animals don't have souls and things of that nature. Yes, they do, and they know your moods. They know if you're upset. They know if you're hurting. You can train a dog to detect seizures before they get. So don't tell me animals are not in tune with people. It can be trained. They know crap way before we do, and that's why they're good therapy dogs and things of that nature. And therapy cats are either what do they call it? The emotional support animal. And some people think of their pets like they think of their kids, like they're an extension of their family. And I'm like that about animals in general, but people view their pets that way too. And like if they lose one, it's like losing a child. So it's like it could be very upsetting to someone if a pet dies. It's like they grieve just like they grieve a child. I watched my neighbor go through that recently. She had a chihuahua that was, I think, like 17, 18, and he quit eating, and they knew it wasn't going to be long. And so he prepared himself. There's only so much you can do to prepare for the death of a pet that you have raised for 17 years. And perfused. What do you mean perfused? Did I miss something? So, yeah. And I can tell it's already going to be a warm day because I can feel the sun on my back. Everything is clean off. What did I miss? Oh, oh, that's cool. Especially, yeah. I mean, like I said, people grieve deaths of animals like they grieve deaths of children. And for some people, pets are their kids, you know? So that's all they know. Especially to an older person or someone in their age. It's the difference between being miserable and just not having anything to inspire you as opposed to having a pet that changes your world, you know, or at least can keep you content or give you something to focus on. Package is in the way tomorrow by 10 p.m. All right, that works. Do I need to send you anything for shipping, Mr. Carey? So it's going to be here by 10 p.m. tomorrow? That's what's up. That's going to be kind of late. Okay, gotcha. That's going to be kind of late, but um, if I'm up and are you a night owl? Oh, you're awesome. Excuse me, y'all. Okay, so I've got a minor problem. I've lost my chat. I mean, not my chat, but my hotspot. So y'all give me just a second. I'm going to turn it back on. Okay. If my phone is overheating already, we have a big problem. Good morning, Carol Burton. Good morning, my friend. How are you? All right, there we go. Okay, so that's awesome, Carrie. I'll try to go live. I'll try my best to anyway. It's going to be a little late. it's going to be a little late, but I'll try to go live. If not, I may just open up the next day. So, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It depends on what time it gets here. Carol says, I don't know how I am this morning. I've only had a sip of coffee. I haven't had anything, and I've been up all night. So, um, it won't be long before I shut the screen down. But just stick around a minute because I'm waiting it out. I gotta wait to do something at like 8 o'clock. And we had a very odd night. It was very, very unusual. Very, very, um, I'm a creature of habit. How many times have you been on the phone with Uncle Deuce and I just like go to my room and go to bed and be done? And you end up talking to Uncle Deuce half the night? Well, um, anyone who wants to go to her chat, go ahead. I'm not going to end my live right this second because she's live. So if you need to go, I understand. It's no big deal. Um, but I'm going to stick with my live for a while. I'm surprised I haven't seen Yvette and Kathy and Tracy in here yet. Um, I don't, let's see, third says, I don't do well with a bad night's sleep. I did a 23andMe test, and my results say I require more sleep than 80% of people. Lots of love. I regret doing the DNA test now, though. Wish I had never done it. Why is that, third? That's an odd thing to say. Not, not because of um, the sleep thing for sure. I mean, whether y'all know it or not, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, I don't know. And Uncle Deuce is an insomniac, so he keeps really weird hours. And that's why a lot of times if I'm live, he'd be called out. Um, hey, Cocos. But, oh, okay, I got you. I got you. Gary, that makes sense. Oh, so you can be in both chats at once. Well, if you're in there, tell Red Cactus I said good morning. And I hope we don't mess her live up. But I've noticed that, like, I'm basically selling my DNA over so it can be used for bad. Digital DNA information can be hacked. Right, third. But the thing is I know you've heard the background on the Social Security cards and how, like, every time a child is born and they give them a Social Security card, they are literally like sealing their fate to the almighty elite, like like they have ownership of them or something. And they also say that if you value your life, that you should never be an organ donor because there is like a black market for organs, which we already know because of the trafficking. But simply put, they'll do you in just to get it if they need it and it pays enough. So it would make me very wary, and I understand exactly where you're coming from, and that's exactly why I haven't done it. That's exactly why I haven't done it. Like they cut the umbilical cord when they deliver a baby, every time they deliver a baby. So just because we say that they can or cannot have the cells that's in the umbilical cord doesn't mean that they're not taking it. You know, so I believe that they probably have a DNA, like a massive DNA database where I promise you they got everybody's information and they store it from the day they're born. And you guys at the flag may block the TV this morning. It's very, very close to the flag. Of course, I couldn't think of a more beautiful distraction. If it's got to block the camera, that's what you need to do it with. Carrie is sending an Amazon package. There is no telling what's in that box. That's interesting. I can't wait. Um, Hopefully it'll get here at a decent hour where I can go live because with my pots and stuff and me having to go Friday, oh, you scared me half to death. I have to go Friday to get the two big terracotta pots for the ladybug and the Hot Wheels. So I'm excited. You guys are really, really supporting the fact, and I'm messing up some, and I've got to get some new brushes, and I'm rusty, and it's going to take me a while to get my niche back, but um, I'm hoping to do some really nice things before it's all said and done, and I really appreciate y'all supporting me regardless, you know. So it's a really awesome thing to have such wonderful people in the chat because y'all, I couldn't do it without y'all. I mean, Nina Rice, good morning. You in a hurry this morning? Oh, I will. I'm fixing to go to bed, man. I've been up all night, Nina. Carrie says, did you get all them cactus splinters out? I didn't grab it. I poked it. I had tongs and everything. I didn't put my hands on it. What happened? And Red Cactus had to make me understand it. She, okay, I opened the box upside down, number one. And number two, I didn't think nothing about it, but she's like, oh, yeah, I should have told you that they shed their spines. And I was like, oh, boy. And so when I opened the box upside down, they fell all over me and all over our bed. I told Deuce tomorrow, I said, well, today, when I wake up, the first thing I'm going to do is put my sheets in the washing machine and wash them with my comforter and see if it'll help. But yeah, but I finally did get most of them out, yes. And then Deuce turned around and got the box and got them all in his hands. He told me to tell Red Cactus that this means war, that they have started a war because of the prickly pears in the box. Right. And they are teeny tiny. You can't see them, but you can feel them. Everybody, please hit that like button for me. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Millions. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But they are looking really good. And I'm getting to where I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy. I wake up at around 3 o'clock every morning if I'm even asleep at that hour. As hot as it's been here, I haven't been sleeping very well. So, and I'm in a puzzle, so I'm burning the hell up. Let's just be honest. And then my kids, man, their brain is deranged. They do not know how to stay inside the freaking house. when I am outside. They can come out here and do everything that they want to do and keep walking in and out of the house. And Deuce and I don't have central heating and air. We have two 5,000 BTU air conditioners that's cooling the house. And yes, we need another one. But yes, right now we don't have the money to replace the two we got. So we're doing the best we can. And yesterday it was 104, I think, 103, something like that. Mhm. Well, at least I made you laugh, Barry. That's what it's all about. That's what the channel's all about. That is the whole point right there, is that you guys enjoy being in here. There's days when I sit back and I think to myself, oh my God, what can I possibly have to say for 15, 20 minutes when I first started live streaming? What could I possibly say for 15 or 20 minutes that would actually be interesting to anyone to listen to? And when you get in here and you go live, it's like you're sitting in a family. And so many of us have our own stream, so we all can relate. And I've got some crap on my mind. I come in here to like deal with it. It's whether it's good or bad. I should short what? Oh no. Well, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I know one thing. They itch like a biddy right after I did it, man. It was terrible. They were itching bad. Yes, third. It was funny, but it wasn't funny. And I'm still finding a few in like weird places that I don't think to like I found one this morning between my big toe and my little toe on my right foot. And the only reason I knew it was there is because I was in the shower and I hit it with a rag and I was like, oh my God. So as soon as I got out of the shower, I got it out. They are terribly itchy. Oh my gosh. And Carol says I should short it too. I don't know, y'all. I'll think about it. Because like the humor in it wasn't there for me. Third says, good thing Brenda didn't send any tone log. What is that, third? Oh my God. Please just tell me what it is. I can look it up, actually. Hold on. Let's see what it is. All right. Let me go to image. First, let me read the definition. A cholla is a cactus with a cylindrical stem native to Mexico and the southwestern U.S. Now, let's see what it looks like. Oh, hell no. Y'all probably can't see it. I'm gonna spin you around just a minute. Now y'all can see it. That's what it looks like. You see all them little spiny things on that thing? No, 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 no. No, no. Won't be happening. Yeah, I'm glad she didn't send that. Carrie's music title, Never Touch Cactus. I know it's terrible, but now you can laugh. Y'all ain't never gonna let me live it down either, are you? Third of us guide said they are something called jumping cholla. It's cactus that kind of grows in trees, and the canes can jump at you if you brush but just a little too close. Oh wow. Oh, that wouldn't have been good. And then what made it worse is I opened the box upside down. But what Red Cactus doesn't realize is the reason I did that was so that her address wouldn't be up. I just never said nothing to her. So sometimes the little shit doesn't matter. It was, I mean, everybody enjoyed it. And on the bed, yes. Oh, they were everywhere. It, it'll be all right. It wasn't the end of the world. I'm not gonna die. I wouldn't want to be around nothing like that. Good morning, Trouble. Good morning, early risers. Y'all are crazy up this early. Lots of love. I'm going off to work, back to bed for me. I'm fixing to go to bed. I haven't been to bed yet. You could sit down, have a cup of coffee with us at least. And yes, the chat, I've had the live stream going since the sun came up this morning. Thank you. Yeah, Trump says, oh, she's speaking to Carol, kind of like the old asbestos insulation. Yeah, that's bad stuff. It'll make you itch the high heaven. Third says, I was up around 5, but didn't get out of bed until 6:10. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I am not one that's going to lay in bed and not be able to rest. I will get my butt up and I will come outside and I will sit outside. Carol says, I got lots to do today for this weekend. I'm so excited. I'm ready for the 4th of July. Carol, what's going on this weekend? Trouble says, Miss Dew, sorry I've had not like that where I absolutely couldn't sleep. Well, it's like I told the chat earlier. We've been having 103 and 104-degree days. We have two 5,000 BTU air conditioners that is barely keeping the house cool because I've got two bratty kids who can't listen. And if they could keep the door shut, it would retain the air. But no, they got to walk in and out 5,000 times. So that's where we're at with that. Man, you get close to insulation back in the day, and you'd have to take a shower to get that mess off. There wasn't no sleeping with it on your skin. There was no such thing as going to bed and sleeping. No. Carol says, can't wait to see everybody from 1776 and me. A lot of you rock-minded people. That is so awesome. I bet you are ready to go there. Oh, that's so cool. And Carol, you get to see Santa, right? I'm going to be sitting in my front yard because the display is right across the street, literally. Third, right across the street. Mine's not. And so it's very, very key that we keep our doors closed. And my hard headed kids just don't seem to understand that for some reason. And you give him a big hug from me, Carol, and tell him I said I love him. Right? Very convenient. That man is most definitely loved in every chat. Every chat. I don't think he realizes how many people love him from across this nation. All right, guys. I'm fixing to call it a night. I'm going. Hopefully, Ladybug I can go. So watch for one notification for real. You betcha. You betcha. If she goes live, I'll catch it. If not, send me a text. I'll know. But I'm getting really, really tired, and it's getting really warm out here. And I'm fixing to take my happy butt in and see what Deuce wants to do. And if he does what I suspect, I'm fixing to lay down across my bed and get me some sleep. Um, we have 2 packages out, so stay tuned for package reviews. We have one coming tomorrow. It's going to depend on what time it gets here. So, yeah, call it a morning. And I'll probably go live when I get up just to say hey, and it'll probably be around the time I usually do. But yeah, it's catching up with me now. I'm starting to get really sleepy, so I'm fixing to call it a night. I'm fixing to get me some sleep, and I'll catch up with everybody later. And I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your support. And we'll get back to decorating pots when it cools off a little bit. And I love you bunches, guys. And Carrie, no, you said tomorrow. Okay. So we'll see if it gets here. And if it is, we'll open the box. Love you guys. Good night.